Okay.
Hey! Good. Thank you.
Sorry about earlier.
A laudable attitude. Cowed by the prince's might, are you?
Don't get ideas! I'm apologizing only because Longo told me to.
Are you apologizing or trying to pick a fight?
Okay, I think that's enough. By the way, do you know anything about the Flying Fortress Garum?
Well, I'm just a new recruit, so I can't say I know much. Udo says activating it would be like restarting the war that nearly destroyed the world 50 years ago. I have a hard time seeing it as some terrifying doomsday weapon, but if Udo says so...
So it's capable of destruction that would make the bomb that all but wiped out the Peachy look like a firecracker.
Here we go!
Oh, you're those demons from before. Remember me?
Not really. It's pretty hard to tell all you humans apart.
So demons have difficulty distinguishing humans, do they? What are you doing? Taking notes? Well, you know, knowledge is power, especially for wimps like me.
If you're weak, what are you doing in the Resistance?
I'm a royalist. I want King Jam back in charge of this country. Everyone here would say the same. And that's reason enough to lay down your life for him? I'll never... Fascinating. So demons struggle with the idea of self-sacrifice. There. Why, that's not true at all. I'd gladly give my life for King Lucifer.
What about for me?
I suppose I'd at least lay down my whiskers for you.
Okay, probably should have seen that coming.
Bien! Where's Longo?
What's wrong? You look agitated.
We found the princess!
What? Say no more. Longo's in the command center.
Heard that, Prince? Let's go see Longo.
Sure.
Okay. Hey! Good.
You said you found Anne?
Yes. Rosetta's tank brigade has stopped at End Mill Base, to the northeast. The Resistance will set out in pursuit with all possible haste. If you're willing to lend us a hand, please head to the base as well.
Here we go.
The topography here has some pretty intense verticality.
Watch your step, or you're gonna end up tumbling down.
Come on. I'm not that clumsy. At least that was sort of fun.
The road's well maintained, but trees jut out over it and obstruct the view sometimes. If you want to drive, do it with care.
But when I'm in Sandland, I can charge wherever I want. What kind of stuff do you think people usually eat around here in Forestland?
With all these trees, I'd imagine fruit is a major part of Forestlanders' diets. Probably fish as well, given the easy access to the sea and rivers.
Really different from Sandland, then.
Thick vegetation makes for easy ambushes.
That's certainly something to keep in mind when in the jungle.
You guys make it sound like there's an enemy up every tree and in every bush. Look!
topography here has some pretty intense verticality.
Watch your step, or you're gonna end up tumbling down.
Come on! I'm not that clumsy. There'd be ruins behind the waterfall.
Given that it was intentionally built in a concealed location, it might be a shelter.
Shelter?
It's a place for people to hide or take cover during an emergency. Judging by the shape and design, this was probably built long, long ago.
They still had things to hide from back then too, huh? Smell treasure and danger!
Searching for hidden treasure is my field of expertise.
Ah, do you want to see which one of us can find it first then?
Where's the treasure? Unfazed, huh? Visibility's poor. If you wander around without a plan here, you're just asking to get lost.
Yeah, have to know where you are to get where you're going.
But getting lost would be more of a fun adventure. Look at those forest soldiers hanging around over there.
We don't want to be seen. That said, we can't always evade them.
Great! Charging right at them is more my style!
Visibility's poor. You wander around without a plan here, you're just asking to get lost.
Yeah, have to know where you are to get where you're going.
But getting lost would be more of a fun adventure.
Lots of sharp turns on these mountains.
If you're going to use a bot, please drive slowly.
Hey, if we fall, we'll just deal with it. Here we go.
Thick vegetation makes for easy ambushes.
That's certainly something to keep in mind when in the jungle.
You guys make it sound like there's an enemy up every tree and in every bush.
This landscape's hostile in an entirely different way from Sandlands.
The air around here is way too clean for demons. It's giving me hives.
Tell me about it. I've got a headache already.
The road's well maintained, but trees jut out over it and obstruct the view sometimes. If you want to drive, do it with care.
But when I'm in Sandland, I can charge wherever I want. Here we go.
Thick vegetation makes for easy ambushes.
That's certainly something to keep in mind when in the jungle.
You guys make it sound like there's an enemy up every tree and in every bush. Here we go. Take that! Nice to have actual roads after Sandland's dirt tracks.
That's because they're well looked after.
On the other hand, well-defined routes make for easy ambushes.
Here we go.
I think we must be nearing the capital.
And more soldiers around means more eyes we need to avoid. Keep yours peeled.
Outside the big city, it's all hills and wilderness.
Lots of soldiers in this area.
Keep a close eye on your...
Thank you!
Here we go. Nice to have actual roads after Sandland's dirt tracks.
That's because they're well looked after.
On the other hand, well-defined routes make for easy ambushes.
Does everybody in Forestland have bots or something?
I seriously doubt that. Bots are expensive to buy and maintain.
I knew you would come, Mr. Beelzebub.
You really did show up, huh?
Got a problem with that?
What's the situation?
As bad as it could get.
Supreme Commander Brett just arrived at Enmill Base.
We believe he's there to take custody of Anne.
A missing princess suddenly returns a decade later. I can see how that would merit the attention of the Supreme Commander himself.
What happens if he does take her with him?
She'll become a figurehead to prop up the legitimacy of Bread's rule, or else a scapegoat to turn the people against the royalists. Either way, she'll be nothing but a pawn.
Then we have to get the princess back sooner rather than later.
The base has been on high alert since Bread's arrival. We stand no chance if we try to take them head-on. Mr. Rao, how would you approach this problem?
Simple. Divide and conquer. We have the bulk of our forces draw the enemy's attention, while a small crack squad sneaks in to save Anne.
I was thinking the exact same thing. But who to choose for the stealth operation?
You want a crack squad? You can't get more crack than the swimmers.
Yeah, for swimming. You want a crack fighter? You come to me.
We don't have time to argue. I'll choose the teams myself. Mr. Rao, will you command the infiltration team?
Of course.
Ha! See?
Lango chose Shiva, not you.
And not you either.
We can't delay a moment longer. It's time to move out. Udo, Horto, stir up a racket to draw the enemy's attention.
Yes, sir! Ah, I thought for sure we'd get the starring role this time.
We're heading out.